So that's what that looks like, huh? We hadn't seen it, I think, since it's been part of us, but can't say enough about the resolve in our guys in that locker room. They never lose faith in each other. They trust each other. They love each other. And when you do that, you can do special things. We got some tremendous athletes, but that glue that we have is special, and I think those guys realize it. I'd be remiss to go on any further without giving a ton of credit to Coach Peterson at Boise State. Those guys were down a couple of scores, came back, and they never lost faith. You know, we helped them a little bit by making some boneheaded plays, but they took advantage of it. Took the lead in the fourth quarter, but our guys, again, never lost faith and found a way to get it done. So happy for them. So happy that we're 1-0 in the conference. They'll enjoy a couple of deserved days off here and then get ready to go on out to Hawaii and play another conference game. So with that, I'll open up the questions.
They said you couldn't run the ball, huh?
Well, I told our guys we had to, at halftime, we've got to run to win the game. We got to run to finish. And to see Josh score that last touchdown was special. I thought he ran the ball particularly hard today. The way they were defending us, again, we had a lot of throws to move the ball. We didn't convert one third and short, but that's an area we still got to get better at. They're a good defensive front, and schematically they do some things that are difficult. They play very, very hard. But we know that if someone's going to take that away, we've got other weapons, and I like our weapons.
Even after losing the lead, how much confidence do you have sending that offense back with Derek?
Those guys know. We acted like it was no big deal. We said, hey, we were here a couple weeks ago in Rutgers, same thing. Let's just do what we do. That's go down the field and score, and have our little rookie kicker kick the extra point to take the lead. And I was more concerned that we were going to be able to stop them, not let them get into field goal range. And we ran the ball to try to maybe milk a little bit of clock there at the end. But Josh scored, and our defense did a great job getting that stop.
How gassed were they being 100 plays?
I was gassed, so I didn't run 100 plays, but we had some guys like Tyler Davidson. I don't think he came out of the game. I don't think Deron Smith did. Charles. We had guys that are also playing another 20 snaps of special teams. That's a gut check, but it's a huge testament to Joey Bozay, our strength coach. He has been grinding these guys since January. They're in great shape, and I think they realized that's what it took to win these kind of games and be this, resilient in the finish. And I think they're thanking him now.
Coach, you said after the Rutgers game that was a pretty good one to be a part of. I'm sure this one's got to take the cake.
Yeah. It's a conference game. Boise's, you got to admit that they've had our number, and the last 6-7 years, whatever it's been. I think in a lot of people's minds, this game is the measuring stick by where you stand in this conference, and to get past that is huge, not only for this team but hopefully for future teams and for our fan base. And I know they're tired of seeing that milk can up in Boise, and I'm glad for our California dairy guys. They can be proud when they go to the Ag Fest this coming spring and know that the milk can is here in Fresno, not up in Boise.
Where's Cousin Nick?
You know what? I didn't see Cousin Nick today, so he'll be getting a call.
Yeah.
As soon as I get on out of here, I got to talk to my dad because he was supposed to get a hold of him. So I didn't talk to him this week. I want to know why he wasn't here to present this thing.
Any more questions for Coach?
Coach, can you describe how emotional this victory is for this team, for this community, and just finally?
Well, I don't know what more could be said about it. Our guys were all in. You talk about being at the poker table and throwing every chip in. We were all in, and to win it in the fashion we did, where emotionally you're going up and down, and having to finish the way we did, I couldn't be proud of our team, and so I was extremely emotional just to see the looks on our guys' faces, to see their the look of accomplishment, that goal that we set out back in January to do, we found a way to get done was just huge.
Those final two defensive stops on third down and fourth down, what was what were you guys looking for? What was the coverages and stuff, and what led to Norton breaking up that pass?
I know the last one, we had a 4-man rush. We were playing a coverage that I thought bringing John Norton in as our nickel, he was going to do a good job matchup-wise. He's such a competitor. He just earned a scholarship this last summer. We put John on scholarship. He does so many good things on and off the field. He's a great locker room guy. He's one of those glue guys that makes our team better. People outside of our team probably don't know much about him. He's a huge reason why we're so close. And to see him make that play after earning a scholarship was huge. So just really happy for him.
He's your nickelback?
Coach, you're so emotional. Is it because you put so much effort into this, or it's just you're so happy to see these guys?
It's both. It's both. I mean, you go through the grind of a season, and and the season's not just from August when our guys report, from January. And ever since I've been here, you hear about Boise, and we got to be Boise, and Boise, and you got to give them credit. There's a reason for that. To see our guys work like they did, and finally get to the top of that hill, and not get knocked down was huge. And so, yeah, I guess I was emotional about it, and emotional about guys like John, because I know how much it means to those guys, and it means so much to me to see them have that success.
Do you realize, too, how much it means to the community and to a lot of former players who now feel like
I think so, because we've got a bunch of them on the sidelines and a bunch of them in the locker room afterwards, and just to see those guys, the relief and the joy on those guys' faces that we can play that group toe-to-toe and come out on the right side.
Coach, what did you see or didn't see in the Boise State defense and secondary specifically that you felt comfortable throwing the ball down the field?
Well, I mean, schematically, they were playing some quarters coverages, and we thought with some of our route combinations, we liked our matchups. I think Dave Schramm and our offense staff does a great job of attacking different schemes, teaching those attacks to Derek, and then Derek did a fantastic job. He called, Derek, probably majority of the game? Where's DC at? Did you call most of it? I'd have to talk to Dave about it. We put a lot on his plate, and he knows the menu of what he's got to go to, and he's got some flexibility to make some adjustments, and about 99% of the time he makes the right one. So,
Coach, in you guys' final drive there had been some issues, even leading up to this game of scoring, those crucial yard rushing. When you get to that too, what was the mindset at that point?
Well, my mindset was, I told Dave, let's slow down and take some time off the clock so they wouldn't have as much time. And then, Dave said, what do you think about a run? And I said, sounds good, because I wanted to, again, if we were short, take some more time off of it. And I think, I asked DC, I know they were doubling Devontae on the touchdown.
Yeah.
Because we double call things, and he made the right decision to hand it, and, Juice ran the ball hard and got in. He wasn't going to be stopped.
One last question for Coach.
What did Chris Peterson tell you after the game, the handshake, how was that?
He's a class guy. He said, congratulations, you got a good team, and he's a class guy. He's what you would expect.
Hey, Coach DeRuyter, so when you look at this team and you say, okay, hey, we got this big win, got the monkey off our back, how do you keep this team focused now? Because now, how do you keep them from excelling, knowing that, hey, we got
because we're in the league. I mean, our number one goal is to win the Mountain West Conference. So we got to go 1-0 every single week. And now with the conference championship game, we got to get to that game. If we go 1-0 every week, hopefully we get a chance to host it here. And then we got to win that final one again. So our goals are still out ahead of us. We haven't accomplished anything yet. We're just 1-0 in the league.
All right, guys, let's let Coach go.